Yeah, you just when you end, you just select what rank you are.
There we go.
What are you doing?
Where I captured
Sliding.
so I know what happened.
Review the notes.
Look at me, Forrest. You can't stop me.
What's
Not
question? What
for me, you
server?
just roll it
What
around.
server are we on? Because
Oh, it's slides for me on my screen. I
They'll
don't.
be on our 7987.
I can't find it.
I don't care what happens. Just make sure you have your story straight.
They're coming, by the way. That's the
Depends on which time zone you're in.
It depends what time zone you're in. Depends if you're Pacific, Mountain Time Zone, Central, or Eastern. Right now, for Mountain,
Holy zone.
Or if you're some poor bastard.
Don't spill my. Hey. How's that?
Okay.
you're Canadian?
Yes.
You've not been able to tell this entire time.
No.
I'm sorry.
But you
See?
follow
I
the
know,
map.
It's so
I guess I'll
good.
go hang out where I'm.
I deal with I come across a Canadian every now and then, so my brain just
No, don't go.
filters them
It's
out.
okay. You assholes.
I don't know.
What the hell, man?
All I know is they're fucking snowmen and they drink milk with syrup, and they don't have the same gun rights as us, so kind of sucks with that. Your universal
By the
healthcare
way,
is shit.
Up to the case about the murder of PW, you have the remaining survivors of the squad to testify as well. But I'm gonna make sure that they're guarded away from the things so you can testify. You can make them testify one by one so they can fuck up each other's stories. I have a whole plan.
What about me being shot to shit?
No, because you're gonna look bloodied if I do that. Don't want that.
What?
The whole uniform will be red in blood.
Okay.
And also, I do need you to run. I do actually need you to be physically able to run. Fucking King is back.
Oh God!
We'll just say
Who's...
I'm really.
Hold on. Which one of these morons is king?
Bluebird.
Who?
Bluebird.
That's his name.
Joined your channel. No, you know the Bluebird. You know the Bluebird?
Yeah, no. I'm wondering which one of the new people he is.
It's who, man?
No, he's King. He's Chris King.
Chris King.
He mixed the names from Chris Ramirez and Benjamin G. King.
Jesus fucking Christ.
So.
Oh my God! Of course he's on this
OBS to
goddamn
record
list.
Arma?
Yes, of course he is.
God damn it!
I'm gonna use OBS to report this because if we have King today, it's gonna be absolute hell.
Yeah.
Oh, look at him go!
He's spinning.
You know, Forrest.
What?
There's only 1 month of the war left. Pretty much anything that I do here might be a campaign ender for most people.
Yeah. But the thing is, I'm hoping to do one last event where we go to the Eagle's Nest, and then one event as well where we epilogue. You invited to that one. It's gonna be a nice party.
User
where we
joined your
celebrate
channel.
that it's been a literal year that I've been doing this.
It'd
Nah,
be
I'm
a
just saying
Hobbs
from a
really
roleplay
done with this.
standpoint,
I'm
most
gonna
of
be
these
completely honest,
guys
Big Show. I forgot that
might
email Brewer was
not.
still alive.
Because I mean, if I throw these guys into a break for like
I've
a month or
been in
two,
everything
that's
at
it.
this
That's the
point.
campaign over.
Oh yeah, I'm aware. That's
During
also
the full
fine.
campaign, I've been a combat engineer, a medic, an MP, a rifleman,
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you haven't died.
Logistics.
and logistics.
Same.
Yeah.
Same here.
So the picture have been a bit more than you.
How
Actually.
the fuck do I use OBS again? I have fucking no idea. How to use OBS.
You open it and you press start recording of a live stream.
You're doing
I
that
have to
car.
add a video source, you dumbass.
What?
Doing that. What are you doing with that car?
Nothing.
You see
Okay,
how
fair
that
enough.
would work? I just say you open it, you press stream. That's it.
I understand that, but like, I have to set up a fucking.
Hey, Forrest.
Yeah.
I
What's
don't
up?
know. Forrest.
User joined your channel.
I
Hey,
think I've got
Forrest.
one.
You got 3.
What's up?
Forrest.
Yeah.
When was the operation dated? Because the entire report and there's not a single fucking date in here.
Let me look when I. It's probably not actually accurate because the
Wait,
entire
what-
operation we
was
just
he
did not actually happen, Hobbs.
User
You like?
joined your channel.
Because
Yeah,
actually-
that's fair.
There's a
Just
list.
I'm looking for something just to use, just be a random fucking date. Then I don't know, like sometime in March,
Let
whatever.
me let me look where because I have the whole campaign for all the soldier files. I don't know if you looked at them again.
What?
What
On the
map?
map?
I haven't had a chance.
Because
I
so
was
you can see who has
expecting.
medals and who you can trust.
Fuck this. I don't care anymore. I'll have to get it
Simon
done
Cowell's
before
in
because
that.
OBS is just a
Well,
bitch.
if their name has King in it, apparently that's right out.
I don't know where you're reading this.
I know what I'm doing.
It is.
I have a
It was
problem.
31st of March, I believe. Yeah.
Oh,
Good enough.
There isn't a spot because I'm none of these ranks and.
T5.
Snack something, I guess.
Oh, T5. Never mind. I found it.
Yep.
I'm in the wrong name, but I can't bother to change it.
You have to change it, bro. Otherwise, we cannot remember who you are.
The fuck?
No copyright shit. You know this.
Fuck you! Are you live?
Yes.
Damn it!
Oh boy, change the name. Come on, boy.
Forest, I cannot be fucked.
Minces.
Well, you have to.
I've had
otherwise we will
3
not know who
hours
the
of
fuck you are.
sleep. I will fly to Denmark and have this argument with you in person.
Oh boy, who's that?
Who is
I
this?
don't know. If you're willing to fly to Denmark, you clearly don't have a lack of sleep problem.
No, because I can sleep on the plane.
The issue is that the judge does not know who the fuck you are.
Oh, fucking fine then. Jesus King Christ.
Steve
Judge
shit!
is a very liberal term here.
Nice.
Liberals.
Liberal.
Okay, so today we got are gonna be able to do most of the Vandalin case of case 3, I believe it is.
The Vandalinder case?
Didn't this guy
Hey,
get
Dutch,
shot or
I got a
executed back in the like 1800s?
Yeah, no, actually there's another guy called Dutch Van Dellen,
We're
but
going
this
to
guy's
Tahiti.
Van Dellen.
Oh.
In the
Jesus
game,
Christ.
we have two character
you
names,
know what?
almost the same.
What Hearts is for?
User joined
Yeah.
your
Hey,
channel.
Floppy, there's no more medic slots really, but you're still welcome to come and help medics out. Oh no, he's here! MP's on station, MP's on station, Chris King has arrived.
And this is why I carry.
Go to the station, Chris King has arrived.
Yeah, go ahead.
Russell.
Go ahead.
I'll make sure
I
they don't
just.
beat him to
They're
it within
broken
an
free.
inch of his life.
Running.
They're beating him up.
Dude, that was legendary.
This happens like at least six, it's gonna happen another 7 or 8 times, by the way. Hey, hold on.
That was insane.
Come on, go back. MPs, we got a runner. MPs.
Innocent people don't run.
This is more.
No,
I
you
don't
have to
know
make an
what it's
entrance,
called to be a
like,
judge. This is more of a
WWE.
interview/interrogation.
Can
You are,
imagine
by
if-
US Army Penal Code, a judge.
Oh boy.
Can you imagine if judges entered courtrooms with like WWE entrances?
That's gonna be. Hold on. That's 90% possibility what's gonna happen with King here if I remember last time.
That fucking that should be how it goes every time.
Five
I'd love
bucks
to
is
see
going out
just
the
like
window.
Coming in
fucking
at
door swings open.
£500. Entering your judge today. Tom.
£500 just to roll me in here.
Fucking just chuck him into the balcony.
Watch me in.
Wait. By the way, Bobo, you might
Have
want
I
to take
got
the
the
sleeve off,
garrison cap
Bobo.
on? Yeah, you do.
By the way,
Boy?
Boy, we're gonna get that. We're gonna get that message in like 3 minutes.
User joined your channel.
The
Yo,
alert, whatever it is.
Bobo,
Alert.
Who? Yes.
you might want to take off the armband.
I
can't.
why are we getting that?
You got a night vision slot or your
You're not
glasses slot.
getting it,
There's
you
a
don't
glasses
live in
slot. Go to your
England.
glasses slot.
Oh.
Am I wearing the
why are you
armband?
having
I
the
need
name?
We're having it.
What did you say?
UK.
You're wearing a medical armband.
Why are you having it in the UK?
I don't know. I don't work for the government. But what I can tell you is it is happening. The test.
Why can't I see
Well, that's the
garrison
option
cap
there.
on my head? Oh no, I can. It's just not pictured.
You can start in a bit. But yeah, Colonel, we got Vandalind here today. We got.
If you hear my phone go off, by the way, with like an emergency.
we
broadcast
hopefully
thing,
will have
I'm really sorry. I don't actually know how I deal with it. How do I get rid of it?
We got the guy who shot the MP. We got the guy who beat the MP. And we got the guy who the grenade thing.
User joined your channel.
Just like a phone
Jesus
notification
Christ.
that
Okay.
like made a ringtone, and then
Is
you
it just like a
pressed okay
message
something.
where it's like, you're gonna die, get out of there?
Well,
Well,
yes,
I suppose
the
there's no better
problem is
place to
that it
do it.
happened
Let's
like
see here.
Hey,
it
Forrest,
woke
do you know how to
me
set
up.
OBS up?
Yes, but
or
it takes a
Arma?
bit to do.
Afterwards, I was
Fuck.
uncertain whether that actually happened or whether it was
Forrest,
a
this
dream.
chair is
Well,
on
So I
full-
don't really remember. What it
Let's
was
deal with the
like.
grenade nonsense
There's also
first.
another.
So you don't
We're
know.
confused.
You
I'll
just
teach you next time.
you swiped
But
it
this time
away.
we'll-
Went
That's
back
fine.
to bed. That's not how you deal
Well,
with emergency
That's
broadcast.
fine. That's the amount of shenanigans that can usually happen at these court hearings.
Yeah.
I don't suppose. Yeah, you're not one of the MPs. Excellent. I didn't do it. Yeah.
Slash
I need
interview.
to talk to. But yeah,
Fair.
once we start with the
Feel
case
it,
with
right?
Where's
the
Forrest?
Dutch
Like,
Vandalin.
Forrest not
wake me
here?
up, and I have
Yes,
full-on
Forrest?
conversations with them.
Oh, yeah,
And
for I
fall
mean,
asleep about it
What do you mean?
Because now I'm paranoid. that
Griffin
it's
not
gonna
here?
happen,
No,
and
Gareth
when
is
it does
his
happen,
mom's
I'll
birthday today, so he's out eating.
I'm expecting it.
so am
I'm
I in
not
charge of the
ready for
MPs
it.
then?
Fuck.
In the next
Literally just like
highest
getting a
boxes
phone
right now.
call, but it's a
fuck
notification.
that.
boxes right now?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is getting an Amber Alert?
But
It's
us.
the Brits. The
You
Brits.
It's
fucking.
They're
not my
getting an
fault.
Amber Alert.
I'm sorry, there's a nuke.
That's a.
She'll join in. Are we talking about his mom? No, we're fucking his wife while he's in prison.
I know. Dude, I've been sleeping before, and that's going off.
This
I'm
is a
like,
test. You do not need to
oh,
take any
what?
action. Okay.
Are we
Is it
being
the Russians
nuked?
are being attacked?
Dude,
Are we being attacked by the Russians?
Not
Have
again.
They finally hit Alaska?
they are coming.
Oh, that would be funny. I want them to try to invade Alaska. That'd be funny.
I don't know if us sending us over like old ass
probably
weapons
get a
from
message
NATO
from a friend of
to
mine that could say,
Ukraine
"Wow,
that
we're
are like
getting nuked."
20, 30 years old that is kicking modern Russian equipment
I
ass.
love how nobody like.
I don't think
remembers
they
the
really
time
stand a chance
when,
against the
like,
standing
for,
army
I don't know
these
how
days.
long.
No,
People
forget
in
the
Hawaii
standing
thought they were
army. They're gonna
getting
get to
nuked.
Alaska, and in 2 weeks they'll be dead
Yeah, I
by
remember that. That was
bears
funny.
once the hunters even show up.
That's fair. Alaska's a brutal bitch.
Also, I just want to
Nazis?
point out
Oh,
that
yeah,
Thomas
when
Crown
is
is
the
here,
court actually
despite
going
telling
in
me
session?
that he wouldn't be here.
I know.
Who?
The captain is here, and he lied to me.
Yeah.
You lie.
I did.
Does he get a beating?
No, do
No.
not beat the captain, dumbass. Don't even threaten to beat the captain.
You know what's funny?
He has the
Crown.
Xboxer fucking angler with him.
He's what?
Xboxer angler. I made that law up because Fish is really good at melee.
Yeah.
You know my buddy.
So, I know we're meant to start.
Murder every single one of
Four.
you now, and nobody can stop me.
No, you can go to
Pathetic character.
Well, yeah, you better get me
Actually-
first. I got 7 rounds.
We're gonna start in a bit. We're gonna start in a bit. We're gonna start in a bit, and we're gonna basically question you guys. Just give you statement one.
Okay.
And then you know, you'll hopefully be fine. It shouldn't take too long. You guys can stay afterwards if you want to watch the rest of the shenanigans, or you can just go. I think we'll start with Milgard's case, but I'm not sure yet. We'll have to ask around.
Cool.
Hopefully we can speed a bit through it so the guys don't have to wait too long in that stuff.
Alright.
But in general, they might have to wait a bit.
Is Nathan yet? Hang on.
Give me a rifle, I can shoot in the leg and kill yours quick.
No.
You're needing. I'm not sure if Cave Johnson will be here. As I talked a bit with him. He might be a few hours. I don't know how long it'll be if it'll drag that long. If not, there's gonna be a part 2 anyway. So. We'll
Yo,
see.
I gotta take a shit. How come we have no crapper in here?
Look out the window.
Grab a bucket.
No.
We literally have
Look
a
out.
bucket.
Yeah.
Yo, you got a shit bucket.
Yeah, but look at the window, Roy. Look that way, out the window.
Alright, Robert, can you please get one of the MPs to come and empty the bucket?
That's he's right there. Let me go make
Have
sure
you already
there's.
filled the bucket? Jesus Christ, that
They
was
actually emptied it on the floor. You can't see it, but if you look at the floor, it's all wet. Don't go in there. Come on, I don't want to go in. Trust me. Oh yeah, we're gonna start the case in a bit here. Yeah, we're actually gonna start her now. MPs, get to your damn post. I want 1 MP in the building. The rest of you go to the post. I think that.
In absentia.
I need to change something. Enough people are here that we can start going. Colonel,
You gotta do it to a man sitting down.
which who do you want to start with?
Oh, no.
Hey!
You can.
Cut it.
It's gonna be one of those days, isn't it?
Which one do you want to start with?
Well, let's
And
start
the
with
fact
case
that I
1 if
didn't
he's here.
Which one is
Haverford.
Haverford is here.
Alright, let's start with that. Let's
You
get
want to
that
take his
one over
witnesses first? Or you want to take his statement first?
with. Let's take him first.
Okay. You, Roy Haverford.
Roy Haverford.
I may have just been
I accidentally swung because I was sitting out.
Quit it!
Alright,
Quit it!
User joined
Quit
your
it!
channel.
Quit it! Quit it!
See what I mean?
Oh my god, quit it! Sit down! Dasha! Sit down! Stop beating him! Stop it!
Hey!
Stop it! Sit down! All of you!
Good work, Angler.
Dasha, sit down!
He fucking.
I
let
don't
me
care, he's an
first.
officer, sit down! My chair's
I
gone.
care not for the rank on
I
the
took
man's
your chair.
shoulder, I care by his actions, and his actions make him land.
You're not very good at
Told us an asshole.
Please take a seat.
Yeah.
Another chair, another
I'm
chair.
half tempted to have the 101 pulled off the line, so I have to do this again.
Wow.
Peter's got that man.
Sit down, count.
Hey, Forrest.
Yeah.
I just caught a.
How the fuck did you manage that?
Ampy. Ampy?
I think this is a violation
Is
of
that how you say that?
Sit down
Your
proper,
Honour,
Dasha.
is this a violation of court code? I feel
Am
like
I allowed to
taking
play
is
Pokemon Go in the
distracting to
courtroom?
witnesses.
Distracting to me.
Yes, you are.
Thank you.
They're gonna bring in the first defendant now, so everyone sit down. Seat for all you. You take
I'm
that seat.
sat up, that helps.
And you sit down properly, damn it.
I can't.
Get off the chair and sit down again.
I tried that. It
Do it
didn't
again.
work.
Do it again, show me. Give it to me. See? Jack. Why did it? Fine. Sit like that. You, chair for you there.
I've just got.
Here for me out there?
Yeah, I gave you a chair. It's there.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you.
And then I'll just be standing somewhere nearby. And where's the defendant?
Hello there.
Is Henderson not here?
Henderson just
Or Henderson rejoined, I guess?
right there.
Wait, what?
I wouldn't stand that close to the window, by the way.
Hey,
Oh, he is coming? Why is he in handcuffs?
Yeah, we're grabbing him.
Why?
Just getting him out here, just so
Okay,
there's no
then
fucking
let him go.
problems.
I don't want to see him in handcuffs unless he...
That's fine. Why did not release him?
Yeah, yeah. What has he done? What has he done?
I want
huh?
just one
Okay.
MP with this guy. The rest of you stay here. Keep eye on these. Let's go.
Russell, you go.
All right, come on, buddy.
Go with me.
Fall behind Roberts.
The control C. So, just ask the... You know how to salute, by the way? You have the keybind? So I cannot hear you right now.
It's hold on.
User
Yeah,
joined
is that
your
it?
channel.
Yeah, you just press it once. Just press it once. Perfect. Okay, let's go.
Whereabouts are you? Whereabouts are you? That's that hot.
Wait. On the stairs.
Because he farted.
To your right.
Hello, Private. Alright, Private Haverford. You have been charged with negligent and reckless endangerment directly related to gross incompetence as a result of actions involving a hand grenade on March 31st, 1945. Can you explain to me the events leading up to this?
Yeah, I believe this is a conspiracy. This freaking guy, I keep hearing something about a bluebird, a defective grenade. Earlier, we found allegedly German pilot with a PPSH. So I think there's some Soviet influences involved here. This goes.
Private, it says you pulled the pin and threw a hand grenade after panicking about the fact that you pulled the pin. There's no mention of any prisoners or anything like that. What exactly happened with this?
It's a cover story. Apparently there's some Soviet agents I would suspect within our ranks.
User joined your
Name
channel.
said Soviet
Something
agents.
goes by the code name Bluebird or something like that.
Right. Okay. Do you know of anybody else involved in this event?
This freak guy, I think his name was Chris. Something goes all the way with this Bluebird thing nonsense. It's affecting a lot of the troops.
Alright, well, thank you. I don't think there's anything more I'll get from that.
Alright.
Can you get me Dasher up here, Major?
Yes. Haverford. Russell, get him back to the cell. Dasha.
Please exit out the door to our left. Proceed walking back to the cell. To the right. On the stairs.
D5 Dasher, correct? Okay, so as you're aware, you were apparently witness to an incident involving a one Private Haverford and a mishandling of a grenade. Can you explain to me the events? On March 31st, of course.
Witness about half the word. I treated the aftermath, not the immediate event. However, so 1-1 had stopped, or the first platoon had stopped on the road. We were waiting for 1-2 to the second platoon do their thing. Sat about halfway down the column, and there was an explosion at the front. Went up, and Haverford is bleeding, needed stitches, and otherwise treatment. There was a grenade impact effect just in front of his face, and there were several other wounded members in a radius around, and upon investigation at the scene, it came to light that he had somehow mishandled a grenade.
Jesus Christ. Major, who exactly is Private Haverford? His name sounds familiar, and he's spouting some previous nonsense related to the different case.
Private Haverford is new. But the name you might remember is Chris King, the leader he was talked about. Is, I believe, related to another king that we dealt with last time.
Jesus Christ. Where are we getting these people from?
Come and stand.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Dasher. Do we have one of the apprehending officers, either Lawton or Griffin here, Major?
If the apprehending which officer?
One of the apprehending individuals.
Loudon just walked in, but isn't
Alright.
Loudon is
Because I know Griffin's not here, correct?
No, sir. Griffin, the sergeant, is not here.
Griffin is not here. Griffin will be there for the next one when we get to do that possibly.
Alright.
But still, we can. Lawton is here if you want to hear from one of the witnesses.
Well, it's the only other one here that we have, so I'd like to hear from.
Okay, Lawton, get up.
Lieutenant, what can you tell me about a negligent discharge of a hand grenade, or in this case, randomly throwing one on the events of regarding on March 31st, 1945, and a one
Quite a
private
lot.
Haverford?
I saw it firsthand. I was pretty much next to that.
Look at him, man. That man pulled his gun out so quick. Look at the fool.
Must have, I don't know, slipped out of his hand and then didn't even care to shout about anything. He just threw it and, well, he ducked.
Was the grenade thrown at anyone or just away from the group?
Not at anyone. I think he meant to throw it anywhere. It happened to fail. Like he gave it a small kick away from the group, but like nothing conscious, I believe.
Was any warning given, verbal or
Not
otherwise?
as far as I recall.
Jesus Christ. How new is Haverford to your squad? Or to,
Well, yeah, my platoon. I'm commanding this platoon for the first time at the moment. Well, at the moment of the events, and well, first time I ever met him, really.
Okay.
So, as far as I'm aware, he's in replacement.
All right, thank you. Major, do we have Bobby Reese here?
We do. We got Bobby Reese. Want me to get him?
If he's here, hold
Yes,
on a sec. Let me just double check the documentation here. Lawton, how about you come up again, please? I want to talk to you about that as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hey, can I get a helmet?
No.
Why not?
I don't have any spare.
They're not given anything.
Can you explain to me the context behind that?
A Sergeant Bobby Reese. This is my first squad, correct? Again, I'm sorry because I'm not, well, too accustomed with fighting with these men.
Yes, he's your first squad.
Yes,
His first squad to Spicy.
Right.
Yep.
Well, all I know from that event is
what was happening up there?
They're discussing various.
well, essentially, let me get you in. Our platoon was ordered to wait for the second platoon to advance and then move on. So we're waiting on the road. And we are started. I was spreading my men on a line. So, well, first squad to my left, second squad to my middle, third squad to my right. Essentially, first squad just did not care to follow my orders and push through without, well, losing all time to C2 with the rest of the platoon and the company, as far as I'm aware. And their squad leader, well, he hadn't given them that order, and they just did that.
Hey.
Command of the squad just went somewhere, and well, all I know is that they went somewhere with their 2 IC, so that's it. I don't know that he gave any orders to do anything that the squad leader didn't tell them to do.
So my understanding is that your orders directly weren't disobeyed. This has to do with Staff Sergeant Don Hebrew, correct?
Negative. No, apparently from his squad, he was the only one who obeyed orders of staying
Okay.
in place or like
All right.
advancing when told to.
Okay, so this is a problem with Hebrew, then his orders probably being carried down the line. Okay, thank you. Do we have Hebrew here, Major?
Oh,
All right, well then let's get in Sergeant Reese then.
Also, with Roy Henry doesn't do, we might need again to testify on Chris King, as currently knows.
Wait, who?
The guy before Roy.
How the hell does he know King?
Same squad.
Same squad. God damn it.
Just in case, otherwise I might just let him go. Otherwise. Yeah.
Right. Well, got King here. We'll get that out of the way after this one.
Actually, I don't know. Maybe the Chris King one is actually later on because that should be after the Ryan one. They are connected. You know, so basically, we don't need to. I'm just saying that it might be.
Yeah, I remember this. This is If we have, do we have Henderson here, or is that just not going to happen today?
Henderson, Ryan is here.
Okay.
But I'll go talk to Roy and just say that I don't know how much they'll be needed, but if they want to hang out, so.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I never know what's happening to him, but I'll talk to Griffin beforehand.
Yeah. Around next time.
Just be respectful towards the captain. Gonna be up here through the door on the left. We'll go up the stairs. To the left.
Fun.
By the way, to Roy. Roy.
He's in here.
Yeah, but Roy.
The dangling bandages
Right,
like
there's
hair.
not. I don't think there's gonna be much more with your case, right? Basically, just 3 witnesses. So if you wanna go, you can technically, but if you wanna stick around because you might get questioned about King later and some stuff, you're welcome to.
What? Can you heal Roy? By the way, he fell off the bed.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
So basically, Roy, if you wanna go, let me know. You don't have to stick around the whole thing.
Question about me? Wow.
Yeah.
See, they knew the line of inquiry I was on, so now they're trying to make a plea bargain.
Well, he left our squad to go to somewhere we don't know where, and we didn't see him for 30 minutes. The rest of my squad and I thought he was dead, so we proceeded forward.
I appreciate it.
They put me in here.
Oh, they threw you in. Damn.
No, I just took it, since that he was dead and no messenger came up from platoon command, I just moved up. Because what's a hole in our... We basically had a hole in our line, so I was filling that hole.
Okay. Are you aware that you ended up apparently in front of First Platoon?
Yes, because I seen Staff Sergeant Hebrew, and then proceeded to leave the game after I seen him and talked and told him, "Hey, we all thought you were dead."
Then after I came back
Go back.
Yep, I'm gonna expect through the door and head back out down.
You can probably get Hooper in here another time, by the way.
Yeah, we'll deal with that.
Is that it?
That's it for
Russell?
them. So now I see we have a bit of a conundrum here. Do we want to deal with Henderson first or Vanderlyn first? Because
Ryan Henderson, we can easily do that because that's a big as fuck case. The Vanderlyn case is not as big.
All right.
Well, it is, but we're gonna have to do that by taking individuals. You want to take the witnesses first?
For Vanderlyn?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Only 2 witnesses are here from them. Actually, we got McMahon, but I want to do this. Okay, let's do McMahon first, but let me get these 2 guys out. Let me get the MPs.
Sure.
Hello, sir. Are we needing somebody from the cell?
In a bit, I need 2 MPs actually. Other MPs. Spare.
2 other MPs?
That you can spare to me right now.
Copy.
One lock the door, one the cell.
Yep.
I trust you. So
Oh,
keep the
okay.
door closed.
105 and
Okay.
Right there? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he
right
needs
there, that makes sense.
2 MPs
Okay.
or whatever. So I don't know where he ran off to. Oh, there he is.
What do you need the MPs for, Mr. Sir? A man of many words.
Yes.
I guess I could use the bandages as toilet paper.
Are you the 2 MPs?
Can use the bloody I guess so.
Come with
We
me.
can be, yes.
But I need the 1 MP to sort of be at the building too. I can. I'll be fine. I'll deal with it.
So when these are the 2 shots, well, far ahead of me.
Well, the battlefield is a chaotic place. Thank you.
What is this, Colonel? Sorry, but who is this?
Just asking a follow-up question regarding.
Okay. Anyways, Jack Meoff and Milton. You 2 take Jack Milton and Jack Meoff outside, away from the building, so they cannot hear anything. Make sure they do not discuss any tactics about how they handle this. But maybe we want to question them one at a time. So take them outside, away from the building. Then you can question McMahon. I'll be out to get one of them in here.
Roger that.
Keep him under observation. Once they're clear, we'll call up.
Okay.
Discord and push talk on TeamSpeak.
How is prescription now?
I love you.
Okay.
Let's go on a walk, Miller.
Yeah, it's working.
Okay.
Let's go for a walk. No, shoot me.
Okay, I think we're clear enough. You can. McMahon can go.
Ah, fuck. Yeah. We go together.
Okay, let's see here. Make sure I'm getting this right. All right, Private McMahon or T5 McMahon, depending on what terminology.
Currently on duty and we're at a court case, and I really don't want to be smoking after I got fucked up a couple weeks ago.
You didn't have bath on the wind?
Is that correct?
Yes.
Not in. Yeah.
Would be correct.
So, in regards to the incident on March 31st, 1945, what can you tell me about it?
Well, at that point during our capture of the town, I was the only medic left in first platoon, so naturally I was floating between squads when I saw a rifleman approach a surrendered German in the middle of the road, at which point he executed him right as I was about to make the arrest and hand him over to the MPs.
Were you able to identify the rifleman in question?
No, unfortunately I could not.
Were you able to identify the weapon used?
Yes, it would be a standard issue M1 Garand rifle.
Okay. How many other members were in the area of that squad?
We don't need more than we just need the ammo.
The rest
of Who knows? Who knows?
I don't know what the accused was up the road, maybe 50 yards.
Are you aware of what do you know of Staff Sergeant Dutch Vanderland?
I couldn't. I don't know much about him at all, really.
Right. Was he with his squad further up the line, or was he missing?
Yes, he was further up the line. He could have witnessed the aforementioned event. It was well within his line of sight.
Could he have carried it out?
No.
So you know that he wasn't there then? At least
I know
not.
that he was the one he didn't pull the trigger, but he was within the vicinity of the scene.
Okay, thank you. Lieutenant Lawton, I've got more questions for you, it seems, today.
Yes, sir.
So, on March 31st, apparently, there was an incident involving the execution of a prisoner of war in your platoon. Can you elaborate on the situation?
Yes, that is correct. I was a witness of such event as well. Essentially, when our first platoon reached its ending point on the first objective of the day, I was reorganizing a resupply for our platoon, which had consumed about 50% of the ammo. All the squads were getting to their stage positions to prepare for the second phase of the mission, and on their way there, we saw third squad, which was the slowest to get to the point, cross through a road. I believe everyone on my command team, plus some men from the first and second squad, saw this event where they just approached the surrounding German and executed him on sight. They just walked by him, shot him in the head, and moved on.
Was this one individual or the rest of the squad?
Well, the whole squad was moving as a group, so I couldn't discern a specific individual who did that. All I know is, well, I concur with what the medic said. He was using them on ground.
Do you know... How was the squad moving? What was the formation?
Well, they were trying to, I guess, make a column, but they were pretty bunched up. It's an urban space.
Do you know which part of the column the individual who shot the POW came from?
I will not be sure to say which part of it, because they sort of stopped on the prisoners, so they were all bunched up.
Was it somebody from the middle of the column or somebody from the front or back end?
I'd
roughly?
say the middle, but
from the middle.
I could not tell
Okay.
for sure.
What can you tell me? I know that you're relatively new to this platoon, but what can you tell me about Staff Sergeant Vanderland?
Right, I've been, well, lucky to spend some more time with my squad leader, so I get to know him a bit more. Essentially, this Staff Sergeant is an aggressive but very impulsive individual. On the briefing for this mission, I ordered my men to have, to, quote, exert maximum balance on the Germans when we find them, because for most of the mission we're going to be under.
Where you are?
It's 8:30 a.m. Wait, 12 people.
Not be afraid of shooting back. Apparently they took that to the extreme and regard to executing Germans. Which
Well,
is,
the key word there was shooting. The key phrase there was shooting back. If they're not shooting, then there's no need to. There's nothing to shoot back at.
Precisely.
So, why would the sergeant attempt to deflect blame for this onto squads 1 and 2?
That is really odd. I would not be sure why, because, well, squad 1 and 2 did accomplish their mission correctly from that point. They did not execute any prisoners, and in fact took, I think, 3 of them. So they did their mission well and behaved diligently.
Because the thing is, this would have been done in front of a medic and the lieutenant, both of which who would have known that this squad was the one that carried it out. What's the point of trying to deflect is the
User
question.
joined your channel.
Good question. I'm not sure what his thinking about that is, but again, there's no way that I could have seen anyone from first or second squad do that. They were clearly behind me, and that happened in front.
Okay. Alright, well thank you, Lieutenant.
Yes, sir.
Major, who else do we have for this again?
Got the 2 squad members and Staff Sergeant themselves.
That would be Private First Class Russell, Ferry, and is Brewer involved in this, or is Brewer one of the
Hold
MPs?
on, let me just double check. So they are not mentioned there on the list for some. But Brewer's here, but the people who are were not is Milton and other person which
Milton who?
Jack Mihawk.
Okay. Alright, we'll take Milton first.
Okay, I'll get Milton. Also, the guy that just arrived there is actually, I believe, also 4 members arrived.
Oh, the Spino. How are these people not even listed here? I'm gonna have to talk to Griffin about this.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll get Milton and I'll be sure that to do it the second that actually this person is in. Because that way they can't over here.
Yeah, okay.
Also, this looks like there's a note coming.
A note from who?
I'll send it to you after.
Okay.
It's from Hebrew.
Okay, that'll work then.
And
Well, Major, are we getting Griffin? Are we getting Milton in here or not?
yeah, I'll send this afterwards. I will say
That would
because
be
I don't think
appreciated.
it's asked you, okay, go through with this. You should go ahead. You.
Ugh,
Well,
where the fuck am I going?
You were the one who witnessed. You were one
The
three, right?
surrendering guy, yeah.
Okay, with me.
What's going on? Are
You
you here to
switch
grab
place.
somebody else?
Yeah, these two are switching place.
Okay,
Also,
Milton, you're going with him.
And also, I want to remind both of you, no meta knowledge.
What?
You know what that means, right?
What did you say? I didn't even hear you.
No meta knowledge.
Alright.
Basically, anything you actually experience and knew after the game does not. After the game does not count. I know you know what actually happened, but if you didn't actually get this told during the event by the character, then you do not know.
Stick to what your character knows.
Yeah. For example, I know what happened to you because I've asked people outside of character. I watched video clips of it. It doesn't count. I didn't experience it. I don't know shit. You there with me. And you might want to also you might want to take them a bit further away so you make sure no one can actually hear it in the building. Or
We
hear
can't
us.
hear you in the courtroom, I'll make sure.
Private Jim Milton, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so on March 31st, 1945, an individual of your squad apparently executed a POW in cold blood. Can you explain to me the circumstances or potentially who carried out the act?
I can tell you what happened, but I don't know who did it. So we were going from like a couple of buildings over to the water, I guess. And then we saw a German POW. And then we saw a squad down the road and 2 guys next to the German POW.
Right. Yeah, I know.
What difference, you know, you kill one prisoner, then you kill 1,000. Exactly.
40.
So
Was it?
but you know, like I think died.
I don't know if you got the freshen it up.
Were you with your squad, or were you ahead of were you behind your squad, or what was the situation there?
I was with my squad, and Dutch was leading us to the next position, I guess.
So Dutch was at the head of the squad?
Yeah. He was busy running to the new location. We were following his plan.
Do you remember what rifle was used?
No idea.
You can't recognize a U.S. Army rifle.
No, I didn't see it or hear it.
But you just said that you saw a bang and the guy get shot.
Well, I didn't see him die, but when I looked back at him, he was on the ground.
What rifle did the individuals who were with him have?
Garand's, I think.
So you do now.
What did you do?
Yeah.
So why'd you say you didn't?
I need to talk about it anyways.
Asking the round. Okay, I mean, if we're talking, never mind. Right. So, what can you tell me about your staff sergeant?
Oh.
He told us not to execute POWs. Or do you mean personally, like how he is as a person?
Personally.
Oh, he's a nice guy.
What do you
Very
make of
serious.
his What do you make of his claims that Squad 1 or 2 were responsible for this?
Well, we saw them down the road, so we thought it was probably like 2 guys from that squad.
Do you know anybody else in those squads? Anything like that?
No idea. I don't know anyone from the other squads.
Did you attempt to investigate at all who carried that out? I would imagine it would be a point of interest for a soldier.
Not really. I was running to the next position. I didn't really care.
Right. Thank you, Milton. Let's get Mihop in here next, Major.
Where do I go?
Go back out where you went before.
Okay.
Do you want Max or do you want Wolf?
Well, I don't have. I'm assuming Max is Baldaspino, correct? Because I don't have that name written down anywhere,
Max?
so I'm assuming that is.
Max is a guy who arrived but recently.
Send him in here next. That'll be interesting.
So,
Switching places again. Max, you're going up.
Goodbye, Nathan.
Ah.
Grant identification.
Okay, thank you.
Got a right there. There, stand there.
Okay, Private Baldaspino, correct?
Yep.
User
You
disconnected
were
from your
with
channel.
Squad 3 on March 31st, 1945. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is.
There was an incident.
They murdered him.
Well, his body's gone, so we can't do shit.
You know,
Oh,
it was very
well.
dark, so it's quite difficult to see what was going on. But basically, we had a call out. There was a surrendering German in the road. So I went and looked over to my left.
Were you saluting Henderson?
He went to go take a shit real life.
I think some were from a different platoon and some were from ours. And then I turned around to follow my platoon to like a building on the other side of the street where we heard a shot. And I turned around and I saw. That's pretty much all I saw.
What can you tell me about Private Milton, one of your squad mates?
Private Milton? I mean, he's normally fine. Doesn't really do anything bad, nothing really stupid.
Where was your staff sergeant?
He was over by the building across the road, the one that we were meant to be heading to just wait around pretty much for the boats.
Do you know which squad potentially carried this out, or which platoon even?
Well, I fairly certain well, I don't know, it was platoon 1 or 2. I know one of them were, I think, a bit further down the road. And I saw some of the guys who were running away from the dead German over towards that direction, so whatever platoon was down there, I assume it was one of them.
Right. Thank you, Valdeспino. Let's get Myhoff in here next, Major.
With me. Yeah, we're actually going to switch this computer now.
Can I just go over to the left?
You're going over here. No, you come back here.
That was fun.
It's fine. I guess you can stay here. You?
Oh well, here he comes.
Oh lord.
Coming with me. You go to the other guy. Make sure they don't talk about, stuff they're supposed to do with me.
So, this is me speaking technically here. If we bid a run,
You can ask me or any other.
Well, we'll see where
witnesses
this goes.
Right.
As we see, we have a visitor here. Private Myhoff, hop in here, please, if you wouldn't mind.
Sir, I do believe I'm Sergeant.
My apologies, Sergeant. Did not see your stripes.
That's right, Colonel.
And the rank was not conveyed to me as it's not in the report at this moment. Sergeant, what can you tell me about your staff sergeant?
By my staff sergeant, I honestly, the man is a soldier true and true. He's excellent. He was instrumental in the seizing of the bridgehead. Kept pretty good control over the guys for the most part through the assault. We did lose one, Mr. Cave Johnson, but I believe that failing is my own.
Okay, what can you tell me about Privates Milton and Valdespino?
Private Milton?
Both of them, if possible. But let's start with Milton.
I will. Are those? Sorry, breaking RP for a little second here. Are those the other two on trial? Like other guys? Here?
No, there are two other witnesses in your squad.
It is
two other witnesses.
It's Nath and it's
good stuff. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Both are excellent, trustworthy individuals who were among the only remaining survivors of the attack in Hagenow.
Came up to my platoon and had a go at us. German, like prisoner.
Who cannot attend today. Who unfortunately was not able to make it due to age.
Okay.
By the way, I'm gonna need to go off the yell real quick because we can hear you from the courtroom.
Called out that he saw he was surrendering German. His hands were up about 100 meters down the same road were some other members of 1st Platoon. As he was looking, he saw two Americans running towards him, which he assumed was to secure him. And then he shot from behind, and the German was on the floor dead. And I must say that his statement corroborates my own.
Let's go through your statement, though. Where exactly were you during this?
During this, I was supporting Dutch van der Linde, Staff Sergeant van der Linde, on his approach through the village. We just passed the church and we're going towards the river line to secure the building overlooking the river when we did come across that surrendering individual.
Okay.
But I can confirm that it most certainly was not Mr. van der Linde who fired the shot. He was the one who called out that it was a surrendering German.
Well, I didn't think it was, but what can you tell me of the two other individuals? Why weren't they with their squad?
They were indeed with their squad. They were the other survivors through the entire event. We lost a lot of good men that day.
Wait, so those two individuals who ran up on...
Oh, those two individuals? We have no idea who they were.
What, were they NCOs? Were they, riflemen?
It was dark, sir.
It was dark.
Very, very dark, sir. It was very difficult to tell friend from foe that evening, but they were definitely wearing American uniforms.
So you could tell friend from foe?
Impossible.
Did you get any ID on their kit? What rifles were they using?
Unsure. Believe it might have been a Garand, sir.
Okay, thank you, Sergeant.
Yep, my pleasure.
You want to get the staff sergeant in now, or?
Yeah, let's take him in. I'm not entirely sure why he's under arrest, to be honest.
Well, me neither at this point. I guess we'll just get him released. Do we have the other shooters maybe able to listen in this time, or should we
Nah, I want him in on his own. I have a feeling we're probably just gonna let him go after this, because it's pretty clear.
Well, I mean,
that
should shooters maybe allowed to listen in, or?
Sure, why not?
Can go get the other two that's out there and tell them that they're clear to come in now. Russell?
We're clear to come in, guys.
They're clear to get in now. So go tell the...
Wait, another one. Fuck's good stuff.
And also bring in the sergeant van der Linde.
What the fuck's good stuff?
Oh yeah, they stole him and went somewhere. I don't know. He just went to follow me and then he took him off somewhere.
you get to the building.
Yeah, we're not there.
Go get Vanderland. You. Back to the building.
Oh, that building.
Oh, okay.
Threshold. One of you will have to sit on the floor.
Oh, oh, bloody hell.
I'm not saying this is a race thing, but
Wait, oh shit.
This is discrimination.
Who wants to sing? I come back from a phone call. I just heard this is discrimination. I agree.
They're forcing me to sit on the floor because I'm a man of colour.
that and your
I was
Welsh.
gonna say.
Shut up.
You'd think there'd be more players in a big house like this.
Half of you aren't even sitting on the chairs, you're
Alright.
just squatting.
Staff Sergeant Vanderlyn, correct?
Yes, sir.
Why you still have those glasses on, Staff Sergeant?
Say again?
Could you explain why you still have those glasses on, Staff Sergeant?
I was allowed to keep them.
You can have them on.
Awesome. Thank you. What do you have from me, Kura? What do you have from me, Kura?
I don't know.
Okay. So I'll return back to the building.
Not just
Keep
yet.
counting.
Okay, it's somebody from 1-1 or 1-2. Can you walk me through the event that occurred?
Yes, sir. I'd like to start off by
I need Bobby Reese. Bobby Reese.
Bobby. Bobby.
When Brody's back, tell them that that's probably not gonna be much more with that case today. Also, Pink has requested like the child eligible to drop. Blah blah blah. We'll see how it goes. If he wants to stick around to have fun and see what's gonna happen, welcome to. But if not, he doesn't have to stay because there's not much more happening.
Well,
He's taking
my
a shit
case.
currently.
When is my case happening?
Yeah, someone is like taking a shit, so I don't know.
Well, no. Your case is soon. It's after you're going right next after this one.
Jesus fuck! I've been like watching TikTok this whole time.
Yeah. Now you're not escaping. That's much better, isn't it? TikTok. It's like the clock. He goes TikTok. He's just watching the clock.
Ah, fair enough.
What clock?
Oh, you don't see the clock in here?
It's a clock.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, there's a clock in here.
Let me have a look.
Uh-oh.
Accuse me of, accuse my squad of doing so. That's all.
Staff Sergeant, do you remember which MP interviewed you specifically?
Yes, I believe it was Justin P. Griffin. At least I'm being accused for killing the German prisoner.
Why do I think it was you specifically?
I actually don't know. I don't know why he got to that, and I don't even know who did it, as I didn't identify the man, and I was told by one of my own guys that it wasn't ours. I think he's just holding me accountable for the things that someone on my squad may or may not have done.
Okay, thank you, Staff Sergeant. That'll be all.
Let's go.
Right. I guess he doesn't need to go back to his cell, does he?
Yeah, send him back to his cell. I want to talk to the MPs first, but
You want to keep him in the cell?
let him out for now. We don't need him here for the moment.
But you free, but you have to stay outside. Well, we actually do need him again for another thing, right?
Yeah, just he's not exactly a flight risk of going anywhere, so we'll just keep him for the moment. If we need to rearrest him, we can.
Yeah.
I want to talk to the MPs first.
You want to talk to any of the MPs now, or do you want to answer Griffin and say?
Do we have Russell here, correct?
Russell and Cascaden's both there.
Okay, we'll get those two out of the way then. Russell, would you like to come up here for a second?
Do you just want to stand inside for a second, then, or?
I believe.
Yeah, just stand there.
Russell, can you explain to me the situation that you guys walked into on March 31st involving the execution?
And Pablo Escobar had.
And we were informed by a member of 1-2, or whatever, that a German POW had been executed in the middle of a road. And so me and Griffin went up to go check it out and see what had happened. They had also informed us that it looked like a member of 1-3 was involved in the execution from what the member of 1-2 specified. I don't know
He's
who
on
the
Whisper.
1-2 is, I don't remember. I was being yelled at earlier. Okay, sorry. I'm a little still weak for.
If there's a life-threatening emergency event, in a real emergency, follow the instructions in the alert to keep yourself.
Told by a German combatant that when we found the German combatant, he had obviously been put down. To his head, so it was deliberately done as an execution. He had no other wounds on his body or no other signs of evidence of being roughed up or in combat, other tthan just the singular 30-06 wounds to the back of his head. And that's when we went to the squad of 1-3 to question Vanderlyn. And that's when Griffin pulled him aside to question him and to see if he was one of his.
If you already have it.
On Sergeant Vanderlyn to specifically charge him with this.
From my knowledge, I do not have anything. Griffin was the one that led what's the word? I'm sorry, I'm blanking on the word right now. Investigation, thank you. Into the whole case. As of right now, all we know is that it is an unknown member of 1-3 and that it was deliberately done.
What, do you want it?
Would he
Yeah,
please, would he not just die?
With you can't just send him up here, but we'll talk to Staff Sergeant Griffin about that. Private Cascaden, would you mind coming up here for a minute?
Yep.
In regards to the incident that we have just heard of on March 31st, the execution of a POW, can you elaborate your role in that?
I have no role in that. I think that was around the time I drove back.
Thank you. I'm still drawing more of the flowers.
Myself. So I was neither there nor do I know anything about it.
So why did Staff Sergeant Griffin list you as a witness to this in his report?
I don't know. I guess you have to ask him.
Well, I'll make a point of that. Thank you, Private.
I guess we can go with that now, Dank.
Yeah, let him out. There's no point in keeping him in a cell at this point.
He will be needed later for testing.
Yeah, we'll do that later then.
Yeah,
but should we do about speaking of Johnson? Johnson would be here, but late. So we'll see if we want to do that today or.
Well, we'll see if he's here by the time we finish 4 and 5.
Otherwise, what we could also just I know he'll be back like around not long after. So we take the read.
Unfortunately, I got stuff to do today. I don't want to be here all day.
Yeah,
I know that some people also probably don't want to be here all day.
Yeah. But I mean, that was just be.
I got work tonight, and I'm extremely fucking
just
tired.
Just be you sticking around.
Yeah.
We'll do it another time. Then. If he's not around, we'll do it that next week.
All right. Well, let's get Henderson in here.
All right. You go get Henderson.
I guess you just took the bullet because you were the.
That's gonna be.
Yeah.
Maybe we shouldn't have Russell in here though for this. Russell was the victim of the shooting, so.
Yeah, we'll have Russell leave that. We'll try and find somebody else to do that. I don't feel like somebody going out the window because there's no MPs present. I know that's why you put that there for us. Outside of roleplay.
Yeah. Okay. Going up soon, but.
What was that? What?
Going up not too long. By the way, I probably should have realized we were doing your case last, so I could have said that. Sorry.
Yeah, 1 second.
Oh, why is he? Yeah,
He's
Russell.
doing something quick.
No,
You want me
Russell-
not involved
yeah,
in this case?
I want you to get someone else on there.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was about to ask when I
Yeah,
came back
I
in.
was like, you're not the appropriate person.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
All right, there we go.
Okay, Private Henderson. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so you were involved in an incident. Well, let's go through the charges here. Criminal and common thievery, theft, and looting, resisting arrest, and the assault of a member of military personnel on March 31st, 1945. Can you elaborate the situation?
Those were a lot of descriptions. What would you like me to elaborate on specifically?
Should I be concerned? How many? Let's start with the first one, the looting.
So, looting, I did, for the whole operation, many of my squad mates were looting, and I was not partaking in looting actions until the very end. So, I have no proof as of now, but multiple of my squad mates consistently asked if I would like an MP40 when I told them I do not care. So.
Well, it says here that you had parts of German uniform?
That is
and
correct.
Protective gear? What exactly did you take?
I had walked over to a deceased German and was looting his wallet when I had accidentally taken off my clothes and put his on.
How do you accidentally do that?
A lot of childhood trauma, man. I'm sorry, I can't explain more on that.
What compelled you to do that?
Like I said, I grew up without parents, and my uncle wasn't the kindest of guys. So I was in a stressful situation, and all I knew how to do was to just take it all off.
What other protective gear did you take?
It was also the man's helmet. It kept me safe at the moment. Definitely not safe from the MP's baton, but it was a mental thing.
I hope you now see why American helmets are better. Perhaps you wouldn't have been knocked unconscious.
This is true. God bless America.
What weaponry did you also take from this individual?
I took no weaponry from this individual. I would never drop my M1.
Right. So, hang on a second here. Why did you attempt to run and not simply explain the situation?
Gosh, my uncle, he used to light out cigarettes on me, and that wasn't the best of things. So as a reaction, I just ran away from my childhood trauma. Didn't know how to react in this situation. I had attempted to go and accidentally put my clothes back on, but it was at that moment that I was beaten in the back.
So it says here that you also apparently shot Private First Class Russell twice. What compelled you to do that?
That was a complete act of self-defense. There's a lengthy legal proceeding going back to 1789, whereby a defendant can claim self-defense against an agent of the government if that act is deemed a defense against tyranny and a defense of liberty. And I felt that that was an attack on my liberty to wear that man's clothing. So I decided to fight back in my self-defense.
You do realize that theft is quite literally illegal in basically every country, correct? If we're going to be talking about civil liberties...
I was borrowing it. I wasn't partaking in thievery.
So then why didn't you simply return it?
I was in the act of returning it when I received a baton to the, back of my skull.
That's not what you said.
That's okay. That's okay.
Right, Major, get this man out of here.
Okay. Harry, get him back to his cell.
Let's go, Henderson.
You are kicking
Henderson, you're supposed to walk. The door.
Come on.
Henderson, just... Henderson! He just hit the captain, he just... You...
Oh, Walker, you went flying.
What did
Well,
I come
You okay, Captain?
Yeah, I think so.
You know, his defender having a point, and then he did this bullshit. I don't know what that was
Please let
about.
me through. I'm a medic.
Well, we will add a
User disconnected from your channel.
Do we want any of the witnesses from this situation?
We want to not be on top of
I gotta be honest. I don't think there's a reason. I think that was basically as good a guilty plea as we're gonna get.
Yeah?
I don't know, sir. It's happening
Yeah, I honestly.
Can't you learn how
You
to
know what?
sit
Let's at least get in the man. Let's get in the
was
man who
trying
was
to learn
shot.
how to
Let's
sit
get
from these
in
men,
Russell.
sir.
Oh yeah, sure. You also have the
I am
captain
no
here,
longer bound by your
who
mortal
witnessed it all.
confines of gravity.
Yeah,
Try again, Corporal.
we'll talk to the captain too while he's here.
What do you mean,
Well, I'll go get Russell. You can ask the captain a quick.
Yeah.
I mean, you can also ask him what the fuck just happened, because what the fuck just happened?
Yes. Captain Crown.
Much better, Corporal.
Can you
See?
explain to me the incident?
He's not a corporal. He's a T5.
Quiet!
T5s are just.
Hold on.
Well,
You shut up.
right. What can you tell me about Henderson?
You'll be taken to about the Cape Johnson case soon as well. You mentioned.
We're doing the Cape Johnson case.
I can get you one.
Oh, is this for both Cape Johnson and Henderson?
Yeah, but you're coming with me.
Yeah, I get that. Yes, I could use a uniform.
Well, you also in the back rooms up there. You take you to that because you're testifying for getting shot. That's you doing that now.
Okay. This
You go
is
up
for
there now?
Henderson's case.
Yes.
Yeah, sounds good.
The back room there should be.
I'll watch you, Dutch. Don't worry.
Well, Dutch doesn't need to be watched. Dutch is free to go. We just need Dutch to car. In fact, you two, I have a quest for you two.
Yeah.
I have a phone. You know what? I'm gonna give you guys a fetch quest. Look at the map. You're looking at your map.
Yeah.
You're located here. Right here.
Alright.
Yeah. There's a storage.
Wait, where?
Here.
Man, I would like to go on this. What the fuck?
There's a storage down here, where there is a crate that has the uniforms. I need you to go there and bring the uniform back for this man.
Like, where are we currently?
Alright, and
Yeah.
what happens if we get lost and somehow disappear and never return?
Well, you will be found and you will be killed for the searching. But this is like I can tell you that you guys will be fine. Just go there.
Okay.
To this incredibly boring dispatch quest because nothing will happen. And borrow one of the cars. Then go to a military police car.
Hey, who's that black Not the military police car, please.
I'll take the military police car.
Don't do that.
Actually, he's
You.
Latino, man.
Go.
They're out.
Okay, let's go.
That man has a mustache.
I did drive it.
By the way, this is I don't know why I did this. There's no crate down there. I'm just gonna make one now. But like, so I just send him on this stupid fetch quest because I thought it would be funny. I just realized the building I actually sent him to is literally a blown up building. But it would be kind of funny if there was no crate. Now that I think of it. I'm gonna get one. This is so stupid. Same for the cap. Perfect. Right, hope they find it. Is Russell already up there?
Yeah, he is. He's explaining what's going on.
I'm gonna go up there now.
Ah! Everything's fine.
Oh, that's you. What's going on?
Well, two
two privates and a captain just grabbed two
Oh, yeah.
jeeps and drove off.
Oh yeah, I told him to do that. Wait, a captain?
Apparently, yes.
Wait, why is the captain gone?
Told to go get uniform.
I don't know what the captain is doing, but I guess we're just gonna ignore that for now.
Yeah, apparently it was. I'm assuming it was because the private said rather loudly, "We're going to escape."
Yeah, let's
Oh,
let's make a
that's-
break for
Are
it
we
as
sure-
we got in the jeeps.
That's
Are we
really
sure
bad.
they're still in? Where are the cells?
No, they're not escaped. I told these guys to go fetch something for me. I think the captain just tried to chase him down to stop them.
Oh my god.
Anyways, let's keep going. Have Russell testified yet?
No, I don't think so.
I don't
Let's get
know.
Russell.
Russell? Oh, he's being helped putting on clothing.
That blue is strong, apparently you have no hair anymore.
What? What?
Yeah.
Alright. Private Russell, correct?
Yes.
Where is it? Is it this one? Nope.
Might be in one of these buildings.
Try the other one. Pat.
Alright.
Is it this one? What? Oh shit. Okay.
To swing my baton to
Run for it.
Keep your voice down, Nick. Wait, where are you? When?
I don't know where the fuck it is. Oh my
Right. Anything?
Yeah, we're gonna get Private Chris King in here. I don't think there's any need to continue looking at case 4. That one's straightforward.
Right.
User disconnected from your channel.
Oh my god.
Chris King.
It's listed here that you assaulted a prisoner, as you assaulted a member of the military police. Is that correct?
That is indeed.
Can you explain to me as to why this event took place?
Yes, I can explain very well. So, what had happened was my soldier, Henderson, was getting ammo for his weapon because the original weapon he started out with ran dry. And even though we did have supplies, those supplies did not consist of ammunition for his primary weapon.
What was his primary weapon?
It was some shitty carbine. It wasn't like the other ones that we had.
Alright, M1A1, okay.
And so he got a new weapon, MP40, from a German that he killed. So he got his new weapon, and his new weapon was out of ammo. So he went to go get ammo from another German. And in the process of doing so, accidentally put on the uniform of said dead German. And when he came to regroup with us, he was wearing said uniform. It just so happened that 2 MPs were there, and where he had left. There, 2 MPs just said, beat him, and they both swung at him, knocking him forward, past his uniform that he was about to put on. So he turned to the one to his right and shot him down. And the second one beat him in the back of the head. And then I showed up and threw a right hook at them for, harassing my soldier.
Staff Sergeant, how does one accidentally put on a German uniform?
Your guess is as good as mine, but I don't think you fully got the full story out of him. Might wanna go back to him and ask him that question, how he accidentally did that. But yeah. Sorry, I can hear shit because some vehicles outside. Hey, turn that fucking shit off. It's a piece of shit anyways.
Do you believe that it's acceptable to shoot military police for attempting to detain a suspect?
Well, he felt his life was in danger, and How would you feel if someone was beating you up? Would you want to defend yourself, or would you just take the beating?
Well, I also wouldn't be in a German uniform now, would I?
True. True.
The Staff Sergeant, can you explain to me why he would think it'd be appropriate to report in a German uniform to his squad?
He might have been blacking out. Who's to say he could have been
I'm also guessing you were dry as hell that entire time. Holy fuck.
I don't think we had much medical providers
Dry?
out there. They were in the rear.
You realize this is the only incident that has ever come to light of this apparently happening. Can you explain to me how nobody accidentally shot him when showing up to his squad? Considering he was dressed as an enemy combatant?
No, he started with the right uniform. It was just later on down the line that this happened.
Yeah, and that's also a perfectly good game plan for you guys if you do it. Like, really funny.
How did anybody think this was a good idea?
I don't know. I'm not anybody.
Right. Can you explain to me why you thought punching a member of military police was an acceptable course of action after one of them had just been shot?
I was getting him off my shoulder as he continued to beat a man that was knocked down.
That had also shot his comrade.
And?
Do you not see the problem here?
Yeah, they attacked him first. I see the problem. They resorted to violence faster than anyone could pull a trigger.
Right. Thank you, Staff Sergeant. That'll be all.
All right.
You want any witnesses for this one?
Yeah, we'll probably need it. We've got McMahon up here, which is ironic considering what was stated. Yeah, we'll just start going down the list here. Yeah, hey McMahon, welcome back up. Private McMahon, correct?
And?
Alright, can you explain to me the situation that involved, well, Staff Sergeant King, and, well, frankly, anything else you know about Henderson and his antics on March 31st?
We cannot hear you, by the way, man. I'm muted.
Oh, there we go.
Yep, there you go.
Honestly, don't know why I was called to testify. I only saw Henderson in the That was it.
How long was he in that uniform?
I couldn't tell you. I just walked by, wounded on the ground.
Were you far enough away to hear any gunshots?
I'm gonna have to go check on that stuff with the food now, BRB.
Yeah, in a German uniform. Just continued on.
Okay, thank you. Captain Crown, if you wouldn't mind coming up here for a moment.
Sure.
Alright, what can you tell me about Staff Sergeant King?
But there's no reason to escape, so it's okay.
Has some sass.
How familiar are you with the situation?
Hello.
Behave.
User left your channel.
I briefly lost
User joined your channel.
basically the aftermath is basically what I saw. I suppose.
You would never.
What do you make of it, Captain? A staff sergeant beating up military police after attempting to apprehend an individual who had just shot one of their own and is running a...
What?
Oh, you're the schoolgirl. Oh. Fresh, huh?
Oh god.
Henderson, why are you up?
Surrender right now.
I meant
Ooh.
fresh private. Soldiers these days, no respect.
Just the door. Come on, surrender.
Sergeant.
Surrendering.
Maybe
Just open the door. Open the door, let him in.
I'll just handcuff him. Yeah.
Alright.
Heresies.
Right, I'm here.
Lieutenant Angler, if you wouldn't mind coming up here for a minute.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Lieutenant, can you explain to me what you saw regarding Staff Sergeant Chris King and...
Food isn't ready yet. Sad.
How far away is your kitchen?
What happened?
Someone just died.
Yeah.
Disconnection.
Stand back from the door.
The disconnector.
Disconnected.
Oh, disconnection? Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
never mind then. You can close it.
Why is your hands in the shape of a gun?
Hey, yo.
You got that air rifle.
Man's over here playing airsoft.
By the way, Carlton, Brewer.
That does sound about right, sir.
What did you see in regards to this?
Well, I was right in front of the entire incident, so what I saw was, I do forget his name, but from what I know, he was abusing a whistle the entire time. Was in the process of being arrested.
User disconnected from your
I brought
channel.
him to the MPs, was being put in a vehicle, and then the aforementioned American dressed in German uniform for whatever ungodly reason approached, and then everything played out as it did.
Was this individual in your platoon?
User joined your channel.
I cannot recall, sir. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, next time you see this, make sure you scream at him as loud as you possibly can, or get one of your sergeants to do it, because we can't have our own guys running around in enemy uniforms.
Naturally, sir. Naturally.
Alright, thank you. Major, if you could bring in here Corporal Van Dyke.
Van Dyke is not here.
Okay. Do we have Private First Class Paul Scott?
Paul Scott is also not here.
Okay, good enough then. Do we have Cave Johnson here?
No, but we should do all the testimonies. Cave Johnson might make it, but if not, we'll do him next week. But we have pretty much all the witnesses.
Let's do as many as we can then.
I also have a letter
means...
from one of the witnesses who aren't there, but Phil Reeves will be given the letter, so he'll read it out loud when testifying as well.
Thank you. Okay, Major, I guess that's you first then. Can you explain to me what happened regarding Cave Johnson on March 31st?
So, when I was visiting the front shortly, I experienced somebody using a whistle. The whistles are usually given out to military police only. Whistle down anyone they need to stop, whatever. So the first thing I did was I went in and I yelled at the first military policeman I saw to shut the fuck up. Excuse the language. He then informed me that it wasn't him. Instead, it was another person. And pointing me towards who was sailing around in the rubber boats. And I thought they'd been ordered. I thought he was turning with the rubber boats after the crossing. So I go down there and I tell him that we need to be quiet. Once again, I apologize for language, told him to shut the fuck up, or I would have him arrested. But she said sorry, and then he went on his way. Later on, though, I did see him sailing around in a boat. I met Captain Crown, and I talked with Captain Crown, who was displaying how upset he was that this man had stolen his boat. That's pretty much all I know.
Okay, thank you, Major. Captain Crown, can you explain to me the theft of this boat?
During the briefing for this attack, it had been stated many times by myself and others that nobody was to cross the river or bridge without company command's approval, which would just be myself and Lieutenant Angler. And who's the guy again? Forget his name.
Private Cave Johnson.
And upload like a shorter version.
river without anybody's approval or my knowledge until I had seen him make his last trip blowing the whistle all the way across. As I was exploring the possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah. He like instigated something, so I went up and smacked him in the face.
This was no longer a possibility. With
Oh yeah, he was company command.
bridge in a German truck. So I am extremely furious and demand the harshest punishments for Johnson.
Did anything else go
Preferably execution.
Did anything else go missing?
Well, the whistle, which he was blowing constantly.
Was there any supplies in the
First time would have been for children's crossing. Extremely disappointed
Come with me
and
for a second.
would definitely like to not have him in my unit anymore.
Thank you, Captain.
You're welcome.
Dave, we got a whole damn list here. Okay, First Lieutenant Angler, please come up here. Can you explain to me the incident from your perspective involving Cave Johnson on March 31st?
I wish I wasn't so shit with names. Who's Cave Johnson, sorry? Out of character.
The man in the boat. The whistle.
Oh, that asshole.
Okay. Vote.
Was the crossing party supposed to be a part of that one?
What did you...
Major Harris, we might have eventually a small situation. I might have overheard 3 fellow Americans thinking about beating up to the extent of maybe a planned prison escape. I have set all the MPs on a little bit of a higher alert, but just in case you hear gunshots outside,
Yeah, right.
you will.
By the
That
way-
will probably be why.
By the way, do me a favor.
Yeah. What?
Give him a chance. Out of character, basically.
I mean, if they
fun
get
roleplay
out
if they
and
actually get
run
out to
for
it,
it,
right? Basically, what I mean,
You-
be lenient with him. If they have to get out of cell real quick to check something, be like, oh, sure, you can come out cell real quick, right? Give him a chance.
if they make an organized run for it, we will open fire.
Oh, yeah,
That's what
you're
we're
welcome to.
saying.
You're welcome to.
Okay.
What I'm saying is,
Okay.
you might want to give him a bit of a chance so that actually it will be fun.
Okay. Okay.
Be lenient with him, like say, oh, you just a yard time or something. Do whatever, right?
Okay.
Thing.
So they are actually planning something.
I don't know. But if they are, you know, let them. You're allowed to give him like a little hand.
Okay. Then that is all.
That
I
is like
just
your
wanted
job. Your
to
job
inform
is to
you.
make it fun too for them, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe if you were nice and be like, oh, let's have yard time. But wait until a bit later.
Yeah.
Do we need somebody back in the courtroom?
No, we don't need anyone in the courtroom right now.
You don't? Okay, so maybe you do.
From that point, I didn't exactly know who was doing that, so I didn't even realize it was one of our men. Because again, the chaotic situation.
Nature.
Yeah, sorry. What did you say?
Do we have Albus here?
No. Actually, Albus was just here, but Albus went.
Okay, well, it's fine. I don't think we're gonna need him anyway. Staff Sergeant Reeves, if you wouldn't mind coming up. Okay, Staff Sergeant, what can you tell me about Private Cave Johnson and his escapades on March 31st?
I know him, sir. However, I was the one who located him after his capture. I found him on the other side of the bridge during our final assault on the last section of the town. He was located near the end of the village, and he was escorted by 2 Germans.
Can I drown myself? Oh, I wonder who the...
Alright, don't go too far, kids. Don't go too far, kids.
From the other platoon was captured or located on that side of the bridge in that area. However, when we came across him, he was bound. I recovered him, I took him back to my platoon command, and from there I believe he was taken or released or something else. I carried on with my squad after that.
Okay, thank you, Reeves. Major Harris, can we get Staff Sergeant Vanderlyn here?
Yes, well, Vanderlyn is a bit away. I'll get somebody to pick him up. But also, Reeves have a letter statement about this person.
Okay, thank you. What do you mean away?
I mean, he took a trip in one of the cars. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's not a problem. I just told him to be back in.
Okay, can we get Russell and Cascade in here?
We
then?
can, but as I said, Reeves has a letter. That is a statement
Reeves,
about this guy.
Yeah, if you would like to make that statement.
Just to say before he reads it, it is from John Deary.
Oh yeah, that's right. The guy who apparently rode a Nebuwaff artillery piece, according to the idiots who accused him of that. All right, you can proceed, Staff Sergeant.
It states, I first saw Cave Johnson during the final assault having an altercation with my platoon lead, effectively distracting him and lowering his ability to command our troops at the time. Cave Johnson was spouting some nonsense about my platoon lead, said he sounded suspicious and tied him up, whereafter I was tasked with taking him back to his squad to confirm that he was in fact one of ours. Cave Johnson repeatedly attempted to convince me to let him go, and kept rambling on about how I sounded familiar. At arrival to his squad, They claimed he had gone AWOL hours before that, and that it was the first time that they had seen him since then. Squad 3, Platoon 1 then stated that they did not want him around, which prompted, if I remember correctly, Thomas Crown to bring him to the military police. Please keep in mind that you cannot trust the military police with saved prisoners, as it will likely lead to chronic. I do not know what this section of the letter is about, and I don't think it's related.
Well, I have a feeling I remember what that section's about, but it really isn't related. Thank you, Staff Sergeant. Major, is there any chance that we can get Bandit?
Bandit is on their way.
Timely manner. Okay.
Okay. So I can get Cascade, and I'll just throw something. And also, if you want, you can hand the letter to the judge.
Full action rifle that was meant to be positioned.
Russell, and I need you guys up to testify about Cape Johnson.
Cape Johnson, got it.
And we'll get you.
Harris, am I changing you back over into uniform?
No,
uniform?
don't bother, just go up and tell him.
Hello, Colonel.
In a bit, I need you to come testify about Cape Johnson.
He's AFK.
Tell him
He's
AFK.
with his mom.
But also, I need to use.
Huh? Oh, hey.
Thing?
Hey, what are you saying?
Nothing. I just wanted to get Caden up.
I don't know about that. Have you seen the map?
I have seen the map.
Have you
My
zoomed
cat
in on the
just
map?
got deleted.
No!
What?
What? Who's deleting?
It's
Who's
like-
deleting the shit? You sick bastards!
I don't know who's the. Sorry.
Where it is, they're a fucking menace to society. They should be arrested.
That's crazy.
No, the cat.
I spent 10 minutes on that.
Who's deleting it?
I'm deleting my words, but oh, am I being moved? Oh, what's happening to me?
I don't know where he got that whistle from. He blew the whistle, whatever. I shoot him out for you stop blowing the whistle. That you're gonna get in deep shit. Pardon my language as well. Just because I had my understanding of at the time during the river crossing, it was meant to be as quiet as possible to give our boys the upper hand on getting on the other side. And then Harris, I'm pretty sure, also gave him a lecture as well. Later on, there was an arrest issued for Cave Johnson. I don't know what the arrest was for until the court date of this time, but at the time I did not know what the arrest was for. Later on, when I was up there, before the whole American and German uniform situation happened, I'm pretty sure Lieutenant Engler was the one that brought up Cave Johnson to me in handcuffs or in cuffs or whatever, and then I proceeded to put him in the vehicle to be transported over to holding.
Okay, thank you. Where did you come from?
Bro, is Brewer not on the list as well? Brewer's on the list.
No, he is. I just didn't realize he was here. All right, Brewer, if you want to go ahead and explain what happened from your end.
So, I'm a bit rough with names.
You need to be a bit louder.
Yeah, if you could speak up.
Go from whisper.
So, my end is a bit hazy because,
You know, during active operation, it was my as medic and logistics. But from what I remember, I think he was the one correct me if I'm wrong, but he was the one with the who was blowing the whistle.
That's correct.
So, I didn't actually meet him or see him. I was just hearing a load of whistles coming off, and we were investigating different groups, trying to find where this.
Oh, he's in severe pain.
What the fuck?
Yep.
Oh, I realized I'm on the wrong account. It's okay.
Okay, slowly back up against the wall.
Alright.
What's that
Well, I
cell?
mean,
Breathe. Same with you. Open cell.
Because at the time I didn't bump into any of the more.
he can't do anything. He's hurt.
That's fine. Close the cell door. Stay there. Hey, stop moving.
I'm throughout the operation. We were trying to figure out where this person was coming from. So we saw a guy in a boat during the night crossing, just aimlessly sort of just circling around in it. Blowing the whistle. And from there, that's most of what I got to see. And from there, I was just escorting, prisoners, and sort of taking cover from the artillery because we were also getting shelled at the time.
Okay. Is that it?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, Burr. Major.
Yeah.
I think we're done for now. We'll try and get in contact with Griffin and sort out some of the other ones.
What about
and,
Vanderland?
Oh yes, is Vanderland finally here?
Yeah, I think they might be able to give a statement. I'm not sure. Otherwise,
Yeah, I'm able to.
All right, let's
also
let's bring you up, Vanderland.
There's a messenger for you on the floor.
On the floor.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can open it in the map when you're good time.
May I? Sorry, so may I head off now, or?
Yes, go get this game.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Interesting.
Yes, sir. I'll just need to say out of character that our current family nearby just making.
What are you doing?
He's in tourniquet.
During the initial assault on the town, he just vanished. We couldn't find him while taking fire, and we thought that he was just another kid. Around some boat, and we briefly had an interaction with him. He came up to me and talked about him, and also later down the line, he some guy named Jonathan came up to us.
He fucking punch us through the bars too. He fucking don't mind me. I'd sit away from the bars now because your cousin would reach the bars and smack people in the face.
Michael Engler, to take him back to the MPs, as we haven't seen him and we didn't like to have him around anymore.
Okay. Thank you.
Major, if I think that's it. Then if you want to get Cascading up here too, I don't know if you've had enough from them.
I think I've heard enough for this, unless Cave is here himself, and we'll probably
Cave
head
is
out.
not gonna put up here. Do you want to give a verdict for any of these yet, or do you want to wait to call too?
Not yet. I'd like to talk to Griffin for some of these.
Even with the verdict for the dude.
Well, let me think about some of this. I want to review my notes first.
I guess that's it. Done for today.
Okay.
I'll go to the prison. Next court is, I guess, next Sunday maybe. And then
Yeah, we'll see.
I also need to figure
I mean,
out.
I just have to talk to Griffin really, so.
Well, Stan
again,
too.
and Johnson too.
Yeah, Cave.
Yep.
But I want the prisoners to be there so they can give the verdict in person.
Yes, true. That's true.
We'll see.
Okay. Well,
We'll try
thank you,
Sunday.
everybody.
Alright, thank you everyone. Sorry it took so long. Don't obviously said a lot, but I hope you had fun. Thanks for being there. Get on the car and head off.
Yes, but I'm afraid I have that is the bottom now.
I'll go get it to the prisoners that they're gonna have to wait.
Are you okay, Corporal? Are we all done? I think so. Right.
Oh, what?
User disconnected from your channel. User disconnected from your channel.
Give me a moment.
Can
Hello?
you borrow me a baton?
A baton? Why do you need a
Just a
baton?
heads
Yes,
up,
please.
you guys.
You are not given
guys,
a baton.
Heads up.
You're not.
There won't be any verdict today.
Call it that.
The verdict will
No.
be
Do you
next
want
Sunday.
no baton for
No.
you, sir? I'm
We
sorry.
need to
Well,
talk
I
to the
mean,
last
those guys
witnesses before we can make a
really
judgment.
need the batoning.
So,
What about me here?
Who's the last
No.
witness?
probably gonna be the
Okay.
Joe. I'm gonna
No.
send the last notes
No.
to Colonel now, and they'll tell me. Probably.
We have to uphold the law. Who is getting in a jeep right now?
Everyone, we're leaving. Let's go. But yeah.
Can I get the
It's
baton?
over?
Yes,
No.
please. I want the baton. Oh, man.
We're gonna end. I'm gonna ask him. Does anyone want to say anything? Or?
Well, you see, I want to.
Gonna get you guys to the beach again. Yeah. Just go. I'm gonna end this shit now. As one of these like shit, one has like done the spinal parts of
You
okay.
gotta be yourself.
User disconnected from your channel.
Done, stupid.
User disconnected from your channel.
Thank you all.
I won. Fuck you.
This was we got a lot done today, but there was a lot less
disconnected from your channel.
weird things happening this time because
User
the prison were
disconnected
just
from your
crazy.
channel.
Thank you.
Oh my lord. That was funny.
Hopefully we'll get K next time.
I'm sorry, human. Human fucking king at the end fucking got out of the cell to the bed. I'm like, he's out! And fucking smacked him and laid him out instantly. Oh, I'm sorry. That fucking just killed me.
See you
Well,
guys
I'm off.
around.